Hey everybody, welcome to CNET's Open Tab. This is the show where we wrap up the week with some drinks and break down the tech topics with you live right here on Facebook. I'm Jeff Bakalar, and with me is the lovely and talented Laura Martinez from CNET Espanol, and last week's bartender, now allowed to breathe free air. This week's topic bringer, we're going to call you topic bringer, Senior Associate Editor, Joseph Kaminski. What is up, sir?
Hey, how's everything?
Great. Okay, hold on. You hold that thought. Mike Sorrentino is over in the control room with Bryan.vangelder. He's watching your Facebook comments and will be bringing you into our conversation. So if you want to comment on what we're talking about, send in a little comment. Mike's going to see it. He's going to put it in the speaker here. We're going to talk about it. Now, it doesn't have to be just tech. It could be anything. You want to talk about your creepy mother-in-law? Yeah, we'll talk about her. We'll get that straightened out for you. That's what we're here for. This is an open forum. We are ready to talk to you, so make sure you comment in the section below. So, Joseph, we heard that something going on with Apple and Google and a new sort of payment system is freaking you out. Let's get down to it.
So this week Apple announced that they are going to start, well, they currently charge 30% for subscriptions through their app store to developers.
Okay. So the people who make the apps.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what they plan on doing moving forward, if these developers can maintain the subscribers for over a year period, they will then charge them 15% thereafter.
So it's in their best interest to maintain the subscribers for
Correct.
a year. This sounds like like the movie theater model. You know how that works? Where like a movie comes out, the first couple of weeks the studio gets all the money, but then as time goes by, the money shifts and the theater gets more of the money.
That'd be
Similar
nice.
kind of thing.
Maybe they charge less for popcorn at that point.
Yeah.
Google also announced something similar without the retention rule. They also are going to charge 15%. But they haven't yet stated what date that will take place. Apple's is supposed to go into effect June 13th.
So your gears are grinded. What's the problem?
My gears are, all right, I'm all for the developers making money. My gears are grinding because I don't want to get stuck paying for a subscription for them to make me the beta tester. If you're going to put out a product.
What does this have to do with beta testing?
Well, my whole point is if you're going to put out a product.
Right.
Like if you're going to develop an app and I'm going to be charged a monthly subscription for this said app.
Right.
I want it to perform as advertised across all my devices. I don't want it to maybe work on my iPhone or not my iPad or on my, my Samsung.
Yeah, but I don't think that applies to like what they're trying to sell.
Well, that's what they're trying to say, but I just don't know how to, because like with this incentive, you're gonna have people coming out of the woodworks trying to manufacture apps for subscription based.
Right.
And I don't want poor quality. I don't want the quality of the app to suffer to try to get a monthly payment.
All right. Do you have an opinion on this, Laura?
No, yeah, but I actually had a question, and my question was like, if I already paid for my app, we were talking about maybe Angry Birds as a silly example. I already paid for it or didn't pay for it, but I have it. What would happen then? Let's suppose that they make this deal, and now they're gonna let users pay maybe $1 a month to use it. Yeah. What happens with the people that already downloaded it?
I would imagine the people who have it already are either grandfathered in or they have some sort of grace period. I don't know.
Because they haven't really, as far as I don't understand, Apple hasn't really said it, right? There was an interview, there was Schiller saying a couple of things to a couple of media.
I think it's going to vary by app too, but but I think one thing you can kind of say that's probably going to happen is an app that would maybe be like $5 up front. Maybe this is like $1 a month kind of thing, where you feel okay, or like a 99-cent a month sort of thing, where like you feel okay giving $1 a month, but maybe that $5, the $5.99, $6.99 upfront cost kind of scares people away.
But it's weird, right? Wouldn't if you had to pay $1 a month, you feel sometimes like the month is ending and then you have to use the app?
Sure.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird. Well, I don't know. Real quick, our control room is telling you to fix your mic a little bit. No one can hear you.
That also brings like another point. Like app developers like Hulu and Netflix I don't think they'll have much to worry about because I know I continuously have them. But like maybe there's a certain app you may have for like 8 months, and then you may cancel the subscription, and then maybe 3 months later pick it up for like another 5 months. Does Apple start you all over again on the clock, or do they give you credit for that and you still get the 15% because you've exceeded a total of 12 months? There's a lot of gray areas. It's just not clear right now. It's, you know, I don't, if it's a good app, I definitely have no problem paying for it.
Right.
I mean, especially if I can give my son an app to play with and he never has to ask me for an in-app purchase again. And maybe also if it eliminated a lot of the advertisements.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what everyone watching on Facebook thinks. Don't forget, send in your questions, your comments, whatever you want to talk about. We are happy to address any concerns you may have. I want to talk about like the whole psychology of like subscription-based sort of stuff, right? Because you know, there's certain things that I'm cool with giving money to every month, like Netflix.
Fine. Totally,
Netflix,
that's a great example.
I'll give you $5, whatever.
Hey Jeff, we do have a couple comments with. Some person was like, "So is this like Apple Music? Do you guys think that these models will become more like all the other subscriptions we get into?"
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what we're getting.
I'm a little mad at Apple Music right now.
You're mad at it?
Well, because like everyone else, I've had like a number of original release songs in my iPhone and in my account, and they've gotten erased and re-downloaded with the remastered version. Fortunately for me, I have an older system with a lot of them on there, but now I got to go dig them out. I got to like re-rip my CDs. I mean, I got to look for.
You got to re-rip your CDs.
Well, because some of the tracks, it's actually it's put the remastered version. I like the original. It's nostalgia for me.
You like.
I have CDs. Yes, I have CDs.
He has.
I have CDs.
But like remastered is a better master.
It doesn't take me back to that moment when I first heard it.
You're a crazy person.
I will be crazy. I want that feeling. You know, everybody likes the original, man. Why do you think people like vinyl? They like that real feel.
So if you like vinyl, go.
I have
play
vinyl
a record.
too, but I need to borrow one of Justin's turntables to plug into my computer.
Look at me right now.
I'm looking at you right now.
Don't promise me. Look at me and promise me you don't re-rip all your CDs.
No, just my favorites, certain tracks. No, definitely not a whole album. No.
Okay.
I do have
like
some stuff
Thriller,
on my Amazon cloud.
You know,
Thriller, of course.
I mean, come on.
I have the Thriller Mega Mix on CD.
Watch out, he's got the Thriller Mega Mix.
That's
what were you gonna say, Laura?
No, I just wanted. I mean, there's a few comments that maybe you guys should get to them, but I just wanted to point out something. I also know that one of the changes coming is that like the apps are gonna be now listed or ranked based on who pays for them.
Which is an interesting metric you'd want to know, right?
Yeah, but to me that's also kind of a problem because I'm used to like going to the app store and look for an app that I want, and then it gets a lot of stars.
Be honest, you live on the top free tab.
Yeah, but now it's going to be like the Google Pay searches, and I mean, I don't know. Again, like you say, people have to make money.
Well, I mean, another thing that comes to question is maybe now you might see a shift because Google's just giving you 15% right off. Google's only taking 15% right off the bat. Once that starts, maybe people might not want to wait that whole year period at Apple. You may people just jump on the Google Play bandwagon and start developing some really safe
actually, that's
apps.
one of the commenters just wrote. Here's a solution: don't use Apple.
Well,
you know, I mean,
it sounds like that's like subscription-based payments are here to stay, whether or not you want them to be.
It is a little frustrating.
For me, it's a little scary because it's not something I necessarily want to get in bed with. You know, that's not I don't know. There's certain apps that I've paid for that I'm like totally happy I paid for them. I'm also curious which apps will lend themselves to a subscription model more so, right? Like your example with like a game, like an Angry Birds.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't pay a dollar to play because
maybe
sometimes there's 6 months I never played.
Well, would you pay 50 cents a month?
Well, that's
I paid maybe once to download it and to play with it and to have it.
Yeah.
And that's it. If I want to use it, I use it. If not, I know it's mine.
Right.
You know, it's not like Netflix, I understand, but that's different, right? They are serving you new content,
but
and they are refreshing content all the time.
But maybe there's new stuff in the game.
Well, here's another factor.
I
mean, what about if you're like in an area where you're not getting a good cell phone signal or something, and all of a sudden it needs to ping the server to authenticate that you're actually still a live subscriber?
Right.
There are a lot of things, a lot of hang-ups, a lot of things that I think need to be worked out. Another concern of mine, at least, is that if I'm going to subscribe to multiple apps, I don't want like $1 here, $1 there. If they can compile it into one bill, maybe monthly, and just take that out, because I don't. It's like, so look at a statement that says, you know, I'm like, who are these vendors? So you know, depending on how clean that is, and
they're gonna make it as easy as possible.
So they say.
For you to spend money.
I mean, because I've even I don't know. I mean, you don't use an iOS device, but I
have an iPad.
But I mean, like sometimes I'm underground and I'm like trying to play a song that is locally on my phone, and sometimes it hangs up because it's trying to ping Apple Music or whoever or whatever.
That is so.
So people can say no, you're not. And I have my offline. It is offline. So there's a lot of things going on in the background that we're not always aware of.
Hey guys, so over in the chat we have a couple people saying that if Google's about to do the same thing, Does the concern, you think, equal between both, or is one scarier than the other? Also, we're going to call last call for comments. So if you have any other questions or things you want us to bring up, send them in now.
I think Google's in a good position. They're coming out, they're aggressive, they're giving the developer more incentive to develop for their platform. And if in fact the developer is making more money right off the bat, they can charge the end user less money for the subscription. I mean, if you're paying 30%, if the first year Apple subscribers are getting banged out for 30%, or should I say Apple developers are getting banged out for 30%, they're going to maybe try to make up some revenue to continue adding new features or new value to their apps.
Maybe it's like, you know how we always, not handicap the Android version, but wait for that. Maybe that's not something we wait for.
Kind of like how it used to be back in the day with like Windows apps versus Mac apps. It looked so much better on a Windows machine until actually Mac, Apple got in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm most curious to see, how it affects what apps look like and what kind of app can adopt a subscription-based payment service.
Yeah, like I'm not paying like $1 so I can get the Bluebird.
It's just simply not going to be something. I'm
no, the only thing I wanted to say is like maybe the good, for me as a user, the good thing would be that that's an incentive also for developers to do less crappy apps. Like if they have the incentive of keeping me engaged for a full year, so they get more money, then maybe they will be serving me a better stuff. But things that don't crash, or maybe things that I don't get this pop-up ads all the time.
I definitely would get rid of the advertisements and in-app purchases. That would be great.
Right.
Yeah.
I think like there should be a rule. Anything that's subscription.
There should be no pack that costs $99 in any in-purchase app.
No, I know, but listen, I was talking to someone the other day, and we're talking about Netflix, and I said, well, with Netflix you don't get ads because you're already happy and willing to pay your monthly subscription. And then this person who happens to work at Netflix told me, not yet.
Don't be surprised if you get like an ad.
So I don't know what they're planning
before
now.
an ad.
I mean,
I even paid the extra $2 for Hulu with no commercials.
I remember when cable started, the idea was that there was not going to be any ads, right?
For like premium
like HBO.
Now it's all
But yes,
over the place.
I think if you think Netflix is not going to have advertisements,
definitely. I don't doubt they will. Just not after the show starts. I'll go get popcorn or whatever for the ad at the beginning, and I'll definitely hit end before
there
they come
shouldn't be any ad.
But nothing. I don't want anything in the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the whole fun of it, the immersive experience. I just love that.
If that does it for all the comments in our Facebook Live chat room, I think we're going to have to call it. This has been great, guys.
And Laura,
Laura,
you still have
what did I do? We have
to
finish the bottle of wine.
An entire bottle of wine.
Yeah, before we can roll the credits, Laura. Chug.
We will sit here and watch you finish this entire bottle of wine.
I'm staying.
Thank you, everyone, for checking into our CNET Lounge. You can keep the conversation going by commenting below. We will be back next week. Thank you so much to Joey, to Laura, to Mike and Brian in the control room, and no thanks to Dan Graziano.
Hi, Graziano.
We'll be back next time.
Audience member.
Thanks so much.
You want me to swing the camera to him?
What
Hey, Graziano, come over and give us a hug.